And click on some of the, there's two more that I'm going to emit real quick. There we go. Well, welcome everyone that just joined us. What you should see here, what you're looking at on our shared screen, is the landing page of the virtual site we'll be using for the 12th and the 13th. You'll be, if you haven't already received your invite, you'll be receiving it here soon, either by the end of today or tomorrow in the AM. Please do be on the lookout through your unfocused folder if you have one of those, if you have an Outlook inbox, for example, and check your spam as well. But this will be coming through a pathable.com email address. So back to the platform, this landing page, you'll see up here that there are quick navigation buttons to take you through the agenda, for example, where you'll find all of the sessions. You can find people here. Any of the speakers will be listed out here, and all the attendees in the event will be listed throughout that tab. In our exhibitors, for those of you that have purchased a booth, you'll be able to see everyone's booth in this area. Kind of displays the trade show floor, if you will. And if you navigate down throughout the site, you'll get a view of our sponsors, a brief welcome message, and you'll see our speakers listed out as you navigate down the landing page. I think since we have exhibitors here, let's go ahead and visit that tab. Actually, German, if you don't mind, I'm probably going to turn this over to you just to
that's fine.
Get
yeah, go ahead and let me share, and I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if everyone can see my screen okay, what we have here is when you click on the exhibitors tab, this will list out all of the exhibitors that everyone can visit. And if we were to visit one of these pages, we have populated the information that we've gotten from a lot of the exhibitors. So, some will have descriptions and video content, links, and some, file downloads as well. One of the big features that will concern you is what we call Talk Now sessions, which are the trade show sessions that are set up for each day. This Talk Now, as you can see here, it says it starts in 3 days and 21 hours. And it outlines the times that they're going to happen, 1 to 4 on the 12th and 1 to 4, it says here, 1 to 4:45 on the 13th. I think that's correct. So what this feature, if we look at the text here, it says during the trade show hours, connect with a booth staff rep in a live one-on-one call. So what we have here, we have 4 representatives for Cardinal Health, and as a representative, it will display during that 1 to 4 time, it will display a call now button right on the profile of the representative. Once the attendee clicks on the call now button, it basically rings you to see if you're available to talk with them. If you are not, it will just go on to the next available representative all the way through until it reaches someone. If it doesn't reach someone, then it will leave a log on the back end for you to possibly get in contact with that person later. During the Talk Now time or trade show time, if you see up here where my profile pic is, there will be a button here that lets me decide whether I want to be available for this feature or not. So I can, if I'm going to go to lunch during that time, or if I have an important phone call during this 1 to 4 time frame, I can click that button off and I will not have that call now link on my profile. If I am available, I can click it on, and then that call now link comes back. So that's the big feature that you will participate in during the trade show hours. Some things you can do on your page is if you click on the manage button here, there's a few things you can do here. One is to edit the content here. You can kind of see, if you need to add to the description or add some links to your page, you can do that. If you click on the content assets page, you can add videos and files to your page if you want, if there's other things you want to add to your page as well. Under Talk Now, this is that call log I was referring to, where it shows you what calls were made. It'll actually have the length of the call, if one was connected, if one was missed, it'll show you the time and who that person was, so you can contact them later. You also get access to some, you also get to know who visited your page. So we can see already that Sean visited the Cardinal Health page here. So he had one visit, and it says, it actually shows you whether he downloaded any documents or watched any videos right there on that visits page. This leads page here, page here is if someone were to leave their card, which is basically, hey, I want you to contact me later. If someone fills this out, I'm going to go ahead and do that and leave my card. If I come back to the manager, I'm not sure if it's going to show up. Yes, it did show up immediately. So there, what at least is telling me that there's one. If I look at my unassigned leads, you can see that there I showed up as wanting to get contacted by Cardinal Health there. And then there's an analytics tab here where you can get some overall feedback on, how many booth visits you had, how many chat messages, private messages, how many videos were clicked on, how many files were downloaded. You get all that information right here. So there's a wealth of information that you can get from your booth page, and you can download all of that information for later if you want. And then on the right-hand column here, this is your team. This is where you manage your team. To be able to add a member here, they need to exist in the system first. So we will need to add them in before you can add them as a team member, as a member of your team. But once you've done that, you can choose whether to enable this Talk Now feature for a particular person or not. So if you have a couple of people who just want to attend and they don't want to participate in this trade show time frame, then you just check that box off and they won't be a part of it. Are there any questions on the exhibit page and the features that it provides? Well, all right. I think that concludes the demonstration of the exhibitor area.
Thank you, German.
Go ahead and stop sharing.
Mm-mm.